Hi everyone, today I want to share these really fun paper flowers, and it is a die set that's in the new annual catalog that I missed at first, and I think it's easy to do because they don't have a coordinating stamp set. As I get a new catalog, I tend to go from the beginning to the end and I look at the stamps and the dies and I think I've seen everything. So when I get to the back and you see all these dies, my assumption used to be, past couple catalogs, I've learned to not make this assumption, but I feel that once I've gotten past all the colorful pages that I have seen it all, and therefore I'm not missing anything. However, in here there are plenty of dies that do not have a coordinating stamp set, and so you won't see them unless you're looking at this index page. So please remember to look at your index pages, because there are some really great things here, like the basic border. Some of these have been around for a while, and I love the dots and spots, but what I want to show you today is called Paper Florist, and it is a collection of dies. All it does is make paper flowers. How fun. I was really excited to see this. I thought it was so cute. They show it in use a couple times throughout the catalog, and so I just cut a whole bunch of flowers. And what I do, I didn't even have a plan. I don't have a plan still. Look at all these flowers in the back of the catalog. Some of these are these, and this one. So look how fun that is. This little tulip, or little buds, I guess you'd call it, little buds. It's this one. So anyway, so cute, and I really think it's adorable and worth grabbing. So anyway, I have no plan. I just cut a bunch of flowers. And what I do is when I put my paper away, I keep my scraps within the packaging, and I just put it back in the cellophane that it comes in. This is kind of how I store my paper. I know a lot of people have fancy storage, but I just put them like this. I don't like to spend a lot of money on fancy storage because I want all the things, right? So anyway, I can just grab these random scraps, and what I did was I just grabbed a bunch of random scraps that I haven't used, and I can just cut a whole slew of flower parts and go crazy. So I just grabbed various scraps of different colors, and I think that's a card base, so that's not a scrap. Just go crazy cutting your scraps, and I just started cutting. I just put them all onto my stamp cut and emboss machine and just laid the dies over the scraps in various ways and came up with a whole bunch of petals. I'm going to cut a few more because I want to show you how to put some together. But the collection is where's the other one? 2 sleeves here, long, like so. And so there's all kinds of pieces. There's several leaves. So you've got a few that are just leaves, and then you've got some things that are flower centers, and just a whole bunch of big petals, and really fun. This is a fun one, and I'm gonna, let's see, where's the cut up one? Here it is. I cut one in green, and I thought, you know, this could be fun for grass. You know, that little bunny punch. You could set that little bunny in some grass. How cute, right? So you could do that and rough it up and have it be grass, or it can be you know, like pieces for just streamers, or you know, like what piñatas are made of. I can't think of what I'm trying to say there. But anyway, really fun little fringe piece of paper there. Or if you roll this up, so you just kind of roll it tightly. I used a paintbrush and I rolled it around my paintbrush. You get this little fun flower center like that. And this are these. Now, one thing that I think that they were really smart, whoever designed this one, was that they put the flowers together. Oftentimes there's so many little pieces, and I thought, you know what, that was really smart of them to actually connect these together, so that way you can, you know, you don't have to worry about so many little itty bitty pieces on your platform. So I really like that they did that, and it's just really fun. So just cut yourself a whole bunch of pieces, and I'll do that again because I want to kind of show you how you can put some together. Well, I had to stop myself because I could just do that all day. It's so fun. Cut up your things. Okay, so now I've got a whole bunch of pieces and quite a mess, but a fun mess, right? Oh. Some of these scraps will live to be cut another day. There we go. So when I get my dies, I like to outline them so that when I put them back, I know where they go. And I know some people buy magnetic sheets for their dies. I don't do that. Stray stamp. Just because I like to keep my money for my stamps. I like to have more things. And I just feel like these little plastic sheets or these little paper sheets are just fine. And so I kind of outline them so that I know where everything goes, and that way if something's missing, because I've got all these dies and pieces of paper all over my desk, if something goes missing, I'll know it right away. All right, I got all of those. And I see that oops. All right, I got a stray dimensional that's sticking on everything. Okay, and I'm missing this little guy. So at least I know he's missing. There he is. All right, we got them all. Okay, so I just wanted to show you a couple different ways that you can put these together, and I think they're really fun. So you can use them on their own. Super cute. I actually thought that these little guys could be X's. You know, you could do X, X, and an O. Kind of cute, like for Valentine's Day around a heart maybe. They can be layered on top of each other. Right here they kind of look like the little yellow plant that's on my bushes every spring, and then it turns into green leaves. That's what it looks like this, but then if you layer a bunch of them together, you can start to get a really full daisy, or add a brown center and people will assume it's a daisy or sunflower. These can be sunflowers. Lots of different leaves, like I said. So I'll show you the different leaves. We've got, and then this open leaf. And then you've got these little guys here, and what these are for, let me grab my silicone mat. Those are awesome for little buds. So you can, I think it's easy to flip it over and get a little drop of glue on there. And then look for the little, looks like a little tulip bud maybe. And there are 3 sizes, but you can kind of mix and match. And I guess you don't have to put all the same flower. I kind of made a mess for myself, didn't I? I should have taken a little moment to separate these. You don't have to necessarily make them all the same color, but I'm trying to make it a little bit natural. Okay, where is another yellow guy? There he is. Okay, so you're just going to lay them down on their stems. And it gives you that. And they look really cute on their own, but you can put them together in a bouquet. You know, maybe tie a ribbon around a little bouquet of tulips, and that would look really cute. Fan it out a little bit, a little bouquet of flowers. Okay, and then you've got, so that's this style. There we go. And then you've got this one, which I think is fun, and these are really, I think it's really cute that you can do different things. Like you can make these flat and then they look kind of, and you can do them just real simple with just a circle, or you can lay them flat, or you can take your bone folder and give them a little curl by just sort of rubbing your bone folder across them. Now, sometimes in a card it'll end up being flat when you put it in the mail, so the curling looks really great on things like a home decor piece. You can do some of these on a frame. You can add them to a gift box, a gift tag. So cute. They're so pretty. And imagine just making a whole bunch of them and having a really pretty little decoration. Okay, so I've got these two. They're the same size. And then I can take this little piece here, and I feel like there's a name for these types of flowers, and I want to say anemone, is that right? I'm not really up on my flower names. So I'm not sure, but I can kind of make these go up a little bit. You can even add, if you wanted to, a little yellow center on top of that. Oh, that's pretty. Let's do that. So just play with it. I'm just having fun, just layering things. And look how pretty that is. That's really cute. So all the one color is nice, or you can put some black centers, or here we've got a black and yellow center, and just kind of imagine all the different ways that you can layer these. Here I wanted, my imagination for this one is I wanted to do a card with sunflowers. So I've got several of these, and I will put them on a card together. So I've put those over there. Got a couple of those. I wonder if I have another center. I have a small center. It's probably too small. It's okay. I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to layer. I like the one that has these little perforated dots in them. How fun is that? There we go. Put that over there. I like to mix it up. Okay. Oh, here's another one. All right, my hand is getting gluey. One of my favorite color combinations lately is this freesia and navy. I really like that together. So let's put, and so I made some little navy centers. I love that. So that can go on a navy and freesia card. Now here I used a small and a large. You can do 2 smalls, 2 larges. Here's 2 smalls. Let's give that a center. That's berry burst and navy. I'm loving that combination. I like navy pretty much all the time. Okay, so I want to show you this one. So these have a little cut in them, and what you do is add a little bit of glue to one side, and then maybe I'll curl it first. And then kind of overlap the two and just hold it and count, I don't know, 15. And let that dry. So if you run this through your bone folder a little more than I did, I just did it for a second there because I was trying to be fast, it's going to break down the fibers of the paper and it won't give you those cracky looking looks to it too much. So just kind of do that and then fold it over and hold it. All right, and then you can combine multiple. So once you have a few of these, you can combine them by adding a dab of glue and holding it. Oops, I need another one. and you end up with something like this. So I'm going to actually add this. This one needed one more petal. So I'm going to add it to there. Actually, you can keep growing it too. You can add as many petals as you want. Make this small or large. So like 3 would be a small, and then just keep adding them. Another thing you can use if you don't want to hold liquid glue for so long, you can use a hot glue gun and add some hot glue, or you can use some glue dots. I think I'm going to add one more to this flower. I really love these petals. So now obviously this is too thick to put in a card, but it would be so great on a little gift box or gift bag, on a tag. So nice. Okay, and then I'm going to add some glue here. The glue dries tacky enough pretty quickly. And I'm going to add that, and this turns into a really fun flower. And sometimes I've seen people kind of end up by putting a circle underneath to kind of hold it all together. I'll let that dry over here. Okay, what flower did I miss? Oh, these little teeny tiny little black, you can make these any color. Imagine these can be fun little stars on a card. They don't even have to be a flower. So anyway, you can just kind of mix and match. These I like because they're just so loosey-goosey, and I just really love them. And you can add a little yellow center or any color center to that, and that looks great. You can add a rhinestone center or a little black gem. You know, you can just kind of go nuts, layer them up. Anyway, I think these are really fun. I hope that you will take a look at the paper floor. So what I'm going to do is so these are 2 big ones, and I can put that in there, and then a little gem in the middle. I'm gonna make some cards with these, so I'm gonna turn the video off and just kind of, oh, I got off center on that one. I'm gonna turn the video off. I'm going to make a bunch of cards, and then I will add them in to the video at the end, because I think you could just go crazy with this, and I'm just gonna play, and I think the video will end up being quite long if I don't play off camera. And then I'll show you what I came up with at the end. So I'm using up the little ends of my mini here, my mini dimensionals, since that's what's on my desk. Now I'm trying not to go too close to the edge because I want to be able to tuck flowers. So I'm kind of keeping my dimensionals in the middle, and I'm going to place this down. Okay, and then I'm just going to start grabbing some flowers. What do I want to use? I like that. Let's throw a sprig in there. We can put this guy on there. What else? What don't I have? Oh, I don't have one like that. Okay, let's see if we have enough stuff here. I'm gonna go ahead with, or I could put this one, and that way I can use this. So many options. And then you can decide if you want to leave your petals flat or if you want to curl them a little bit. I think I like this. Normally I would curl them before gluing them together, but I think these are going to get a little bit flattened in the envelope anyway, so I'm not going to beat myself up over it. Okay, so let's put this down. Let's tuck a leaf. Let's put a sprig. I do like to lay things out first before I commit to gluing things down. I could put another sprig coming out this side. We can add this one. Although it's the same color as the sprig. Do I care? Throw that down. Should I add another leaf? A different kind of leaf? So many choices. I think I like this one. It's a little brighter. It gives a little bit of yellow. All right, now I'm just going to stick things down. Once I kind of like what I've got, I think, okay, these I'm going to have flat. And then these, I think I'm gonna put on dimensionals. Maybe I shouldn't bother with this one. Put that down there. No, I don't want the sunflower in there. All right. I overthink things. Something I do. Yeah, something flat. So I've got these guys going on. Just a little filler back there. And sometimes I actually rip apart leaves. Just because I want filler. Okay, and how fast was that? Really cute, really fast. All right, so I made a ton of cards with this and I hope that you'll check them out. They're just so fun. Paper Florist is the die collection, whoops, that I'm trying to show you today. So fun. I just love it. Paper Florist, check it out. While you're checking things out, check out Nested Essentials. This is another one of those that doesn't have a specified stamp set. It's just an essential. I also want you to check out the online exclusives embossing folder pack. There's 3 packs and they're kind of basic backgrounds. Really great. Delightfully Eclectic DSP. Also really fun. DSP, I should say, Designer Series Paper. Sometimes we forget that people might not know our little acronyms. Or not acronyms. An acronym has to be a word, doesn't it? All right, forget what I'm saying. Just ignore that. Pretend I didn't do any of that. I'm not even going to bother editing that out. All right, and then Layering Leaves, a really great stamp set. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Bye. Okay, I'm ready to share what I made with all those little flowers. So I cut just tons, and I thought that I would run out, and I just kept making, and I haven't even used them all. So what I did, I decided to limit myself to 1 stamp set, and I went with Layering Leaves. And the reason why I went with this one is because it has a sentiment for just about anything. So I really liked this one. I didn't use the images here. I could have easily added some splatter, and this would be nice to add a little leaf to the inside. So I really like this stamp set. It just has something for everything. And so that was great. That was the stamp set I chose. And then I allowed myself to cut a sheet of basic white, and I cut all these little, I guess you would call them labels. And I just picked 1 die set for that, and I went with this one, which is called Nested Essentials. And I thought this was a really good one for this project, because I'm going to just use 1, and I just cut various sizes, and I have a few left over too. And I really like these. They have a little bit of stitching detail, really nice shapes, big and small. There's 12, there's 4 of each size, so it was just really perfect. And I just used a variety here. And so then I just went nuts. And I also limited myself to 1 Designer Series paper, but I used some solid cardstock as well. So this Designer Series paper is called Delightfully Eclectic, and it is a giant paper pack. As you can see, it's actually like 4 packs in 1, but it's not priced as 4 packs in 1, so it's actually a very good value. And if you're looking at this in the month of June, it's on sale, 15% off. It is very eclectic, so that name is perfect. You've got some nice florals, but then you've also got some bold stripes, some geometrics, a lot of black and white, and it's just kind of got something for everything. I think the intention with this one was to have a little bit of paper that goes with many of our stamps. So there's a daisy pattern that goes with that. Let's see if I can find it. Of course, now I'm not going to be able to find it. Here it is. There's a daisy pattern that kind of goes with that new daisy suite. This little X's goes with the new punch. There are just, let's see, a few that I think go with. There's pretzels that go with another stamp set. There's some lemon, citrus. There are strawberries, but there's some nice florals too. It's just a really big pack, and I've shown it off in another video, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I just think it's a really great, I like this one too. This is kind of, this texture looks nice with that earthen textures suite that we have currently. So, oh, and I love this notebook paper. That one is super fun to me. It's like ledger paper. Anyway, really great paper pack. So I limited myself to one die set and one paper pack, and then one stamp set, in addition to all those florals. So the floral dies, really great. Cut out a bunch. I used my scraps. I went through and pulled out, you saw that, all my little scraps, and I put some flowers together. Now here is what I did with that big 3D flower. See how big that is? Oh, I gotta stick this one down. I just meant to stick it down and I forgot to put adhesive on the back of that one. Let me grab some. There we go. So I made a quick little box, and I've got a big flower and a little flower, and that was made with this die here. And I just cut out a few of them. I think I cut out, let's see, let's count the petals. 4, 6, 8 petals. And so you can add, you can make it, you can keep going and grow that flower. And then I use the littler flower too, which is this one. And then I used a center for the little one, and then I used this strip rolled up for the center of that one, and then a leaf. So this is just a real simple little box. That was cute, and I like that this flower is so big, so it's perfect for a tag or a box, I think. And it would look really cute on a little square box, like the top of the box. Super cute. And then I thought that this little dotted circle looked really cute for a sunflower, so I used that with this little scallopy circle for a little sunflower. Hello. Really cute and real simple. Okay, and then here's that bouquet one. That's using this little die here with the little buds, and I just put a few together and a little bow, and here's that notebook paper. This is one other die I used, I should have said. Gorgeously made. There was a little die that kind of cuts the edge of the paper, and I just had to do it. So I did use an extra die on this one. Okay, and then this one, I just used a whole bunch. I tucked sprigs in there and leaves, the whole kit and caboodle on that card. I really like that one. This one, kind of more simple flowers, and I kind of lay more flat. Here's kind of bright and bold. I went on this one with this black and white background. This one's just kind of fun, little dots. I love this little simple flower. And then all these little centers, I thought, you know, that might be cute on a card just as circles. So look what I did with that one, just little polka dots, and how cute are those? And then here I went across the bottom with this type of flower, which would look good in any color. I just, for some reason, I must have cut out a ton of yellow ones. And so that'd be cute. And you can even add little rhinestones to the centers if you wanted some extra sparkle. Here I used that little tiny flower again. And this one, real simple. Just one little flower and one little leaf. So I think these cards are so easy, and I just loved cutting out all these little flower petals, I have to say. And I'm just going to keep the remainder of them. I can keep them in a little bag, and whenever I need a flower or a leaf, I can just pull out this little bag of cutouts. Look how many I have left. It was so fun to make them. In fact, we're going to make one more card together because I have one more base. I could just keep going and going. They were just so easy, especially when you give yourself that limit. Why does that keep falling off? Because I don't want to press, that's why. Press, okay. If you give yourself a limit, just see what you can do. Just cut out a whole bunch of these, and then whatever's left over, I can put, I have a little container actually that I keep my leftover labels that I end up not using, or leftover labels from my paper pumpkin kit. So I have like a little it's like an old stamp case, remember those larger ones, and I put them in there. So I just cut out a whole bunch. Okay, so I had this one still on my desk, so let's go ahead and use it. This is just a piece that I embossed a long time ago in It's a embossing folder pack that's got 3 in the pack. I think it's called Folder Basics or Essentials. Basics or Essentials, I'm not sure. It's part of the online exclusives. And so I really like it, this background. On another one I did, this is kind of the same card. What did I do with it? We're gonna make another one like this. This one I use that brick wall embossing folder, which I love, that brick wall embossing folder. So I had this one already cut out, so we're gonna go ahead and use that. And I'm just gonna glue it down. And then I think I'm gonna make it almost exactly like that other card. So we're just gonna stamp a greeting. And I think I will do maybe just a hello. I know who I can send a hello to. People you haven't talked to in a while. It's nice to send a little hello. Everybody loves to get happy mail. And you know, as card makers, we make a lot of cards. We also have to remember to send a lot of cards. And sometimes I forget to do that. So here's a hello. And I'm gonna just pop this up on some dimensionals. I like to just put it in place, and that way I can then tuck flowers underneath and around.